Here's the train coming into the station right after the shooting of 10 people. A smoke bomb was ignited, at least one of them. This is a wild scene. Maybe terrorism, we don't know yet. The guy who did it is on the loose somewhere, described as a black male, 5'5" inches tall, heavy build, wearing a construction-type vest, may have had a gas mask as well. For more on what's happening, what happened, what could happen, and what we can learn is the former police commissioner of New York City, the longest-serving police commissioner in New York City history. Ray Kelly happens to be my father, everybody, so that's taken care of, full disclosure. Welcome back, sir. How are you?
I'm fine, son. Good to be with you.
Well, thank you for being on the show. I know you watch the show a lot. Hey, the authorities were quick to say, well, they didn't want to say this was terrorism. They didn't want to say it wasn't terrorism. Is there any importance in declaring it or not declaring it?
Well, I think there's a tendency to try to say it's not terrorism early on to sort of calm the public. Quite frankly, I don't think there was enough information out to make that statement. We still don't know. We don't know where this individual is. We don't know what his motives were. But, there is that sort of knee-jerk response to say it isn't terrorism early on.
Well, and here it is, just like you say, that's a knee-jerk response. I mean, almost like muscle memory, everybody down the line saying, we don't think it's terrorism, probably not. Take a look.
They are not calling this a terrorist attack at this point.
This is not being investigated as an act of terrorism at this time.
There's no known connection to terrorism.
They are not investigating the shooting as a terror situation right now.
And just one more thing on that. We know, maybe calm the public. Does it have any investigative significance when you say, we don't know if it's terrorism, we think it might not be? Does it have any significance behind the scenes?
Yes, it does. If it's a terrorist act, the federal jurisdiction kicks in. The Joint Terrorism Task Force, which is led by the FBI and has the NYPD and other police agencies assigned to it, would do the investigation. If it's not terrorism, the local jurisdiction here, NYPD, would do the investigation. And that's pretty much where it stands now. NYPD doing the investigation, but clearly the FBI is there to help. The other agencies are there to help. They're constantly communicating. But that's what the official designation means.
When you were commissioner for 12 years, by the way, as we mentioned earlier, the longest serving in American history of a major city, we saw a lot of this. Heavily armed police officers. I mean, they almost look like ninja warriors. I think we have some photos of them, particularly on the subway. I think they're members of the Hercules team. Can you tell us a little bit about these guys, why you put them out there on the trains, and quite frankly, we don't see them out there anymore?
Well, it's a little bit of the wow factor early on. Early on in the Bloomberg administration, we were down several thousand police officers. As a matter of fact, ultimately 5,000 fewer than what the previous administration had. So we wanted to sort of pump up our appearances on the street. And we wanted people to see a lot of police presence, a lot of police movement. And that's why we did it. They still do some of it, but you're right, it's not done to the extent it was done in the past. And it done for, obviously, a deterrent effect.
Well, the deterrent effect, and the deterrent effect with two Democrats in a row running New York City seems to have gone away. I want to review some history with you. Again, for the viewers, 12 years from 2002 to 2014, your term and Mayor Bloomberg's term, no successful terror attacks. In fact, 16 or so terror plots thwarted. Mayor de Blasio shows up, and we start to see terror attacks. Let's go fairly regularly. And they weren't happening for the 12 years prior. Do you have any theories on why that may be? Why we saw them when for so long we weren't? And these, by the way, we believe are Islamic fanatical terrorists who waged these attacks.
Well, we certainly put a lot of effort into trying to protect the city from a terrorist attack. We brought in investigators from the federal government, the FBI, CIA, DEA, DIA. We had 1,000 officers in our counterterrorism unit or division. So that's a significant investment into trying to stop a counterterrorism attack. And I think we did a good job, but I think we also had luck. The FBI did a good job. We worked together closely in these cases. So, some of it could just be happenstance. And I understand that. But we'll take luck anytime.
Luck anytime. All right. Well, hey, if you'd like to read more about New York City when it was run by Mayor Bloomberg and Ray Kelly as police commissioner, you can in Ray Kelly's book. It's called Vigilance, Your Personal Memoir, and it's published by Hachette and available wherever books are sold. All right. Welcome again. I don't know what I got to call you. I got to call him Dad, Commissioner, Father. We're not that kind of family. We never say father. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, Greg. Thanks for having me.
All right. Take care.
Keep up the great work.
Will do.